So I've spent about 70 hours on this playthrough. Well, it's the only playthrough. And at some point, I started building up here on top of the hill, and it just evolved. And in my mind, I thought it would be cool if I built a hotel, kind of like the Overlook, in The Shining. So I'm going to kind of go with that theme, and so it helps me explain why I did some of the things that I did. It's got 17 guest rooms, and there are several different cabins. Those are staff cabins. Depending on what your position is, you may have your own cabin. You may share rooms. I've got an extra dock here. This is where the guest blimps come in, the tour blimps. And kind of in my mind, this hotel is obviously is a resort, and during the season, the guests come and stay here, and they travel around to the other islands and see the sights and the waterfalls and nature. You would come in the hotel here and you would check in at the front desk. Nice little gathering area. We don't have any computers here. We're still pretty primitive, so we use paper and pencil or paper and pen. All right, so this is our stage. We do have performers that come every so often, and the guests are welcome to get up there if they know how to play. This is the main dining hall. I say the main dining hall. It's the guest dining hall, and it pretty much can seat the whole hotel if it's full. May not do it completely. I didn't count to see how many. I think it's more than what the guest count would be. This is the kitchen. Obviously, it's not very populated right now because we're in the off season. Everything's been cleaned and put into stasis, and it's ready to go for the next season, which will start pretty soon. Storage. This goes down to the scullery. They do some of the washing down here, and all of the dry goods and everything stays down here. Obviously, it's more populated during the season. This is one of what I call the bunk rooms. There's 2 of them with 4 beds each, and we usually do guys and girls. Just play along with me. It's okay. So this is a cul-de-sac staff lounge area that they can chill when they're not working. And instead of trying to put bathtubs in each of the rooms, I made a separate area for them. There's 2 of these where they can come and take baths and have some privacy. Hopefully we're going to upgrade the showers at some point. Showers would be much easier for these rooms. And then back here is the staff dining area. It's where they eat dinner at. This is also the manager's lounge area, or the managers, the leadership staff. And this is one of the leadership staff's room here. It depends on who it is and all that, but they get their own room. I think typically this is the wait staff manager. Now this is the general manager's quarters. Obviously it's kind of pimping. I say pimping, it's just big and nice, nicer than the other ones. But the general manager is on site for most of the year. Kind of more the maintenance area, where we keep the animal farm and the tree farm. This is one of the lead staff cabins. They have their own little place. And it just sleeps one for now. We did have multiple beds in here, but they got up to shenanigans. Nice little deck here. And this was my solution to the number 2 problem. Obviously, if you've got a hotel full of people, you're going to need poopers. And 4's not going to cut it. I know it's not realistic, but it was a thought, and it's built over the cliff, so poop goes away. Don't know where it goes, but it goes away. And then back up here, and this is the main guest area. Like I said, there's 17 rooms, I think. All different shapes and sizes. But every one of them pretty much has the same amenities in it. To be completely honest, I don't know what compelled me to do this. I got going with it and just kept going. I meant to put furniture out here on this deck as well. I will at some point before I retire this map, but yeah, every one of them has a tub and a sink and just the normal things you would find in a hotel room. Anyway, I'm not going to go through the rest of these. This is just another alcove where where you normally see these kind of things in hotels. Places where people can congregate and chill and talk. Yeah, I'm not going in here. This is the sunset deck. Well, it's really the sunrise deck. If you're facing this direction, you can watch the sunset. If you face this direction, you watch the sunrise. And it just gives the guests a place that they can come up here and chill in the evenings or come up in the mornings before they head off to the islands. It's also a place where the staff brings some of the plants that struggle a little bit inside. They bring them up here and water them real good, and they kind of come back to life. So, oh yeah, there you go. So the second command is over the wait staff and the housekeeping, and this is their cabin. It's actually nicer than the general manager's quarters, but it's easier for the general manager to be inside the hotel if something pops off, and they don't really care. Nice little outdoor pavilion for the guests. The staff uses it too sometimes, but we encourage the staff to use this one here It's a little bit more out of the way, so if they get a little rowdy, I mean, it's usually one shift at a time, so half of them are up in the hotel and half of them are either in their rooms or doing their thing. So if they're down here, they're off duty anyway. So the idea behind this, I guess, cabin, this structure, was it was a large group accommodation for either, you know, a big family or for a group that comes in together, or several families, depending on what it is. In all honesty, I quit building on it because the game is starting to bug out. I mean, there's so many assets and so many pieces already in place. I was stuttering a good bit, and I've got a pretty damn good computer. I don't have a potato at all, and it's like, well, I'll finish off the main area, and then if it seems like it's doing okay, I'll come back to this and flesh it out last. But my idea was to put cabins all over the different, you know, endpoints of the island, so it was kind of like a little village. But I wound up going with the hotel instead. And this was the original area, but now in my mind, this is the caretaker's cottage. They take care of the garden and the vegetables. They do take care of the animals, and I'm going to move the animals back down here. But it's more convenient to have them, or it was more convenient to have them up there at the top. And I know you can do the 14 or 12, but I like the 8. And it just looks better. If I had more space, I would have put rows in between them, but because of the way this is laid out and there's no terrain tools, I had to get them all together so I could get enough to for what I needed. And the caretaker also has their own latrine. It's also over the void, so number 2 goes away. And this is just kind of a simple cabin. It's not really decorated that much. The caretaker's minimalist. I'm really not into all that. I'll be honest, I decorated so many rooms that I was not, got to a point where I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this. I will eventually for shits and giggles, but in this little house here, I was practicing on roofs, the roof angles and roof pieces, and it's just kind of been here. But it's actually got a cool little layout. You can put a kitchen on this side here, and, you know, little den area, and then bedroom in this nook side. So it's kind of cool little, I may flesh it out and just leave it as part of the village. If I keep building on it. And this was the original set of stairs here. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, here. These stairs here that I built to get up to the top of this instead of going around the other side. But yeah, this is it. This is pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I've got about 70 hours on this playthrough, so it's taken me a while to get to this. Obviously, you're kind of at the mercy of how long it takes to acquire materials. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the tour. And if you like this video, subscribe to my channel and leave me a like, and I'll see you on the next one.